Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is a channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into it. And we're in week 52, the last week of the year 2023. I hope you guys have had a very black printed trading year. Um, it was very eye-opening to me about how um, the markets are they're marketing, right? I say that, with the generality of, if you were active participant and you were paying attention to price and um, executing, the way we've talked about on our channel, there was only upside, right? Being patient, understanding where price is at this moment, understanding where you are in the market at this moment, making sure your risk to reward was there before taking a trade. All of those things produced um, a an environment to grow, right? So, um, as the year end wrap up, we have. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my trading plan for this week, but I'm also gonna do a report. Um, I was using a broker because uh, for MT4, and that got moved, and then with the uh, don't want to call them sanctions. What's the proper term? I want to call uh, the regulations being put up, and and mainly because that that FTX guy, with uh his practices have, and the government was just sitting waiting for one person to do it, um, so that they could regulate, trading, uh, especially, with digital currency, right? So, with that being said, they've added new regulations and stuff. So a lot of brokers that we could use outside of the U.S., by you being either a U.S. territory or something like that, those brokers are no longer taking our trades. So, um, what that looks like for us, I'm gonna do a separate video. It's totally separate after I do my thing. Stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna talk about what that means for us and how we need to move forward, in 2024, so that we can still make those trades. For me, going to one place, having one place to trade. If I wanted to trade gold, if I wanted to trade currencies, if I wanted to trade indexes, I could trade that all in one place. Um, and it was it was nice for me because, I would hear my friends like, "Hey, I'm just trading options, or I'm just trading uh, uh, foreign exchange, or I'm just trading metals right now," because their platform or whatever would only allow them, X amount of leeway, or they had to have separate accounts to trade each one, or it was always something, right? So it was nice to have a broker to be able to trade all of that in one. Um, but I mean, times change, so we have to change with the time. So, uh, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the trading plan for the week. With the holidays, I hope you guys had a great holiday, um, and spent time with your family and friends and enjoyed that time. Uh, uh, we could just go ahead and just see how this last week of the year is gonna be. It's gonna roll out. Let's start at the monthly. Um, Somehow I erased it again. Still getting used to MT5. Uh, once you get your brain wrapped around like doing certain things and saving. I thought I was saving my chart, but evidently it was not. But we can take a look at it. So, and I'll talk about at the end of this, how most of these hedge funds have lost billions. And how we look at the market, uh, and look for price as what it is, you know, it is what it is. So, that's very important. So here's NAS, huge bullish candle, new highs. Uh, this is back in 2020. Let's see. Let's go. So there you go. So we see NAS is at an all new high, right? Was a lot of hedge funds that was short, lost a lot of money. But the market was telling us, you know, prices moving up, so that's where we need to be in position, right? So let's take a look at our weekly. So here's our weekly. It's still bullish. We're looking at probably price pulling back into this area and then continuing up. Let's see here. It's my weekly. Looking for price to probably pull back into this area and then keep going up. Let's look on a daily, our daily range. So you see at the end of the week, price has not left this area. Turn this into my daily color. Some people do. They ask me why I use like different colors. For me, it's a process that I've adopted. Some people, you can use one color and understand, but the reason why I do is, for me, price on different time frames mean different things to me. So if I'm looking at support on a different time frame, like on a weekly or a monthly, I know that over time it'll take a lot longer for price to come to that area, right? Um, if it's on my 4 hour, I can look for price to maybe react within the same day, right? Maybe, uh, and you know that's how I look at things. So what we're looking at as far as NAS is price keeps getting support right here in this area. I can't zoom in anymore. Hold on, let me see here. That is as close as we can get. So here's NAS. I'm looking here. So for me, price taking out this high here is what I'm looking at. And the reason why I put that support on the daily right here is because we've hit it twice, right? It came down here the first time and it would show support, and it just could not break this area here on a daily. So unless I get a close with like below this area right here that is showing, what is it, 1676.5, unless I get like a nice 4 hour close, you know, below that, and this is on a daily, so that means price would have to, kind of jump. It'll be the bottom of a wick, jump below here, that I would even consider that price would be going back in the other direction. Now understand, going back and take a look at the monthly real quick, that we have a bullish month. I don't think it's going to go any different, right? There, the candle's pretty much done. There would have to be a lot of price action for it to change its momentum in less than a week, right? Because we've already lost a day because of the holiday, right? So less than a week. So my presumption is it's going to continue up, unless we get that 4 hour close below this support line right here. Let me make that a little bit more clear. This support area, this daily support area, this is the 4 hour. But this daily support right here, unless we get a 4-hour close below that, um, this is just where we are. It's just where we are. You see, we had price gap up and it's come back into this area twice, right? And since opening. So yeah, that's where we are. You know, if we get a close below here, I'll probably look for a pullback and then come down to here. And even then, again, for the month, that's still a nice. It's still a nice bullish candle for the month. It would just be cleaning up this imbalance here, and then probably down here to clean up that rest of the imbalance. But more than likely, it's the end of the year. If we get that close below, it might get down to 1667 by the end of the week. And there it goes again, exactly what I'm talking about as far as understanding price, right? We're gonna be looking for days of activity for it to get back down here to 166.78. So probably 2 or 3 days, right? Wednesday, probably get a big move. And again, if not, we definitely coming back up here to take out this high 168.67, right? We'll definitely touch into that again. So my thoughts are it's going to continue up. I don't see anything telling us that it's going to go back bullish. Excuse me, go back bearish. However, we want to plan for the market to do what it does, right? So looking at price, looking at where support is, looking at where resistance is. What is price going to do? We're going to try to look within a high probability that it's going to continue up, right? As long as it gets this support, continues to get this support on a daily. And if not, if it doesn't continue to get that support, where can the price go to? Definitely down here to 166.78. And then any close below that, probably looking at price continue on down and clean up these other imbalances. So that is NAS. Let's go to gold. Okay, here's our trading plan for gold last week. Awesome at this stage. So here's our daily range that we were looking for, and it came and touched touched the bottom, and we're still bullish. And gold made another new high, right, for this month, and it hit that new high. Was that when? Nope, that was Tuesday. Tuesday it hit that new high. We were looking for price to come back into this area right here, and then continue up, and that's what it did, right? Came right back into this area. We had a nice bullish candle, daily candle. Excuse me, these are weekly. These are weekly. I apologize. We had a nice bullish weekly. Then then we had that bearish candle a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, because we're in our final week here. And we were looking for price to come right back into this area and continue up, and that's exactly what it did last week, right? The week before, it went on ahead and touched that. We were looking for price to get back down to here. It did not quite make it down to here. And again, remember I said we want the pullback. That would be nice, but if we don't get it, price will be coming back up into this area right here. And sure enough, it literally went right to, what's this daily up? It went right to this area. So let's take a look and see what's gold looking like for this week. Okay, here we are for gold all cleaned up. Again, monthly bullish. Weekly, again, still on that bullish movement. So again, we had price come in right into this area on a daily challenge. Right now, again, we got this support right here. Price couldn't even come back into this area. Candle with no wick. So, yeah, right now, I would, still showing long positions or bullish positions. See, here's our range here. This is our range. Still have this imbalance right here. Again, it's on a daily time frame. So let's look at our 4-hour. So we're looking for price to come back into this area right here. Will it? We don't know. On the 4-hour, it's showing us, and see, this is why we say, price for mine. So as we're talking, there was that imbalance right there. The price came back to. We have support here. I need a 4-hour. I need an hour close below. What was this? Open 2053. I need an hour close below 2053. So know it's gonna continue down to here and then get some support and then continue up. If not, again, where we are right here, this is price at a discount, right? We're looking at the range. Let's go ahead and pull up our Fibonacci. Since we got support right here, actually, I'm gonna go from here to here. Exactly. So, we had our low, higher low, new higher low. So definitely within this range here. I can actually move that to this area here. Let's go back to daily. Take a look. Zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in anymore. Gee. Oh. Does it make sense? Okay. It is on a 4-hour. So yeah, I need to leave that. Oh, gee. Leave this here. So that's our daily. And then this is our 4-hour. So for our entry, we want to be around this 50% or below. Will it get to there? Probably not. Let's see even if I look at it here, this is still at a discount. Barely, but it is. Yeah, if you're, if it's a good trade or not, risk to reward. Remember, so if you're, I'd say at least a 3 and above, but we're not in the business, 2 to 1s. That's really gambling. That's a flip of a coin, right? We're looking for 3 to 1s, 4 to 1s. Risk to reward. I would be, if it's not at least 3 or 4 to 1, in my mind, that's not a well thought out trade. Not a well thought out trade. You some people can go in and get a real quick 2 to 1, but it is what it is. So again, looking at this, price just came back in here and got support. And with that, it's probably gonna continue up. So yeah, if price doesn't come back down here, 2051, we get a close, nice hour close below here, 2051. I'm expecting it to continue up right here. It's already cleaned up this candle with no wick, and it's going up. So we're going to be looking for price action in probably about 30 minutes to see what the market is going to do on the New York side for gold. It's already started, and we see, some sideways action, but it's coming down here to clean up this imbalance. So, where's price going to? That all-time high. That all-time high. Gonna keep going up, up. So right now we're looking for the clean, dang it. That's not what I wanted. Go back to the hourly. Looking for price come back up here to 2071. If we get that, so like again, going back to those hedge funds, this is where you need to be getting buys at, if that's the case. That's not the case. What is this? 4 hour close out. Probably looking at price coming all the way back to this area. I don't know. It may come all the way down here to clean this up. Let's look at the 30-minute. Okay, as you see, it hit this candle right here. So yeah, you see it's a high probability the price is going to come back into this area and clean this up before continuing up. Have support here, gap here. On this 30-minute, we got a gap. It may come all the way back down here to clean this up. Is it? Yeah, this is definitely too. In my mind, it's too late to get into this move. If you're not ambitious but proficient enough to have like shorted back down to this area, to this gap. Saw it was meeting resistance up here. Took a quick short position. Again, this is why we talk about positions. 4-to-1s, 3-to-1s, 5-to-1s. If we look at that, like we saw it breaking here, pull back. Let's say you grabbed it here. About 700 points to 140, right? So let's say it's 200. That's a 3-to-1. 200 to 700. That's a 3-to-1, right? So that's why I said, like, depends on your proficiency, your level of precision. It might have been worth it. And so we see this pullback here, what it's doing right now. It's coming back here to clean this up and then continue down. So for me, I'll be looking for a position here for buys to come back up to 2071. Again, nothing's showing us that we need to take shorts. So I'd be looking for long positions. Again, I'm going to be putting out uh, the information on uh, the regulations they put in place. It definitely, in my mind, it's definitely because of the FTX founder and uh, them cracking down on the currencies, digital currencies, and you know what do you do when things challenge your infrastructure as it is? Of course, you regulate them, right? That's what that's what government does. So it keeps people in kind of predictable terms. If you learn how to work within the I was gonna say the matrix, but if you learn how to work within the regulations, you can still be profitable. You just have to understand what's going on. So, and that's what I'm gonna talk about on my next video, and we'll get into that. And please tune in. Again, like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great trading week. Again, uh, finish the end of the year strong. Again, no position is still a position. No position is still a position. Play it safe at first and get aggressive later. So, guys, have a great end of year, and I'll see you next year. Have a good one.